Hey there, today I'm going to be talking about NashCon 2023 and what to expect from it, and to encourage those who have never got a chance to come out to maybe try it for something. My name is Nate, and welcome to the Gamers Guild. Alright, so this isn't typically my usual kind of MCP content, but for the first time in 3 years, NashCon's MCP event didn't sell out in the first 24 hours, so I get a chance to hype it up and maybe share what it is all about to some of you who haven't heard of it before. At its roots, NashCon is a miniatures convention that happens at the Music City Sheraton in Nashville, Tennessee, which is really close to the airport and has a shuttle, all that kind of stuff. But it's also just far enough away from downtown that you can avoid all of the traffic from a crazy weekend in Nashville, but still only a 15 or 10 minute drive away to downtown if you're wanting to experience Broadway, the live music, and maybe even some of that fantastic hot chicken. There are also several local restaurants that are amazing depending on the kinds of food that you like. Right, focus, convention, miniatures, not food. NashCon is historically, well, a historical miniatures convention, but MCP has worked its way up to be one of the largest games at the convention thanks to the awesome community who has towned out for the game over the past couple years. So much so that we are getting a whole new section of the convention center that has previously been unused by NashCon. This year, NashCon is happening from August 17th to the 20th, with really just check-in and pick-up games happening on Thursday. For MCP, the ticket is $60, but that does also include your entry to the con for the entire weekend, as well as entry to all of the MCP events. So, what do we have going on for MCP? Friday, we have the 3-man team event. In this event, you and 2 of your buddies will build your own roster following the rules of Highlander. In other words, there can only be one. So, between the 3 rosters, you can only have one instance of a character. Now, you could have one roster have Spider-Man Miles Morales, and another roster have Spider-Man Peter Parker. Then the 3rd roster could even have the Amazing Spider-Man, as each of these are unique versions of the character. The Highlander rule also does go for the Infinity Gems, but you can have duplicates of Tactic cards and Crisis cards. When it comes time for the game, everything is pretty much the same, except for selecting which table to play at. Each team will roll for priority in the normal way with 5 dice, then whoever has priority will select one of their players to choose one of the 3 available tables. The second team then will get to place a player at each of the table of their choice, and then the team that won priority will have the remaining 2 players sit at the remaining 2 tables. From there, the players will play a normal game of MCP with fresh priority rolls and all of that. Whichever team has 2 players win takes the victory for that round. This format offers some fun list building restrictions while also getting to make new strategic choices about which map to place each player at, and maybe even favorable matchups across from your opponent. Saturday's event will be a traditional Swiss event going for 5 rounds, and will then have a cut to the top 8 on Sunday. This has potential to be the 2nd largest MCP event, I think, ever, with 116 players, just behind Adepticon's 128. Sure, we could have bumped the numbers to match, but I think it is much more preferable for each table to have a 4x4 playing area, so that tokens, terrain, and cards have a place to sit, and elbow room. This will also be an LVO qualifier for those who are looking to earn points or an outright invitation to that event. Then finally on Sunday, we are trying out a brand new format called Battle World. This is meant to be a crazy and casual format that can be attached onto any normal game of MCP. You'll get a deck of 34 Battle World cards inspired from the events and locations from the 2015 Secret Wars run. Each of these cards will apply a universal effect on the battlefield that will either help or hamper both sides over the course of the game. And with a new card coming into play each round, there is never time to get comfortable. A couple of examples of what we have cooked up so far is from the Valley of Flame, we have the Floor is Lava. If a character ends its activation not overlapping a terrain piece, they suffer 1 damage and gain the Incinerate condition. Or from Greenland, we have Gamma Powered, where all characters will gain 2 separate innate powers. They become immune to stun, and because of their gamma-infused blood, will gain 2 additional power during that power phase. So this should be a lot of fun. Then in addition to the just 3 days of scheduled games, any open tables are going to be available for open play. As far as prize support goes, there will be plenty. Everyone with a ticket will get a few fan art cards. These are a couple that we have done over the past few years, just for example. Everyone will get their own copy of a Battle World deck to take home and mess around with as you see fit. We'll also have plenty of goodies to raffle off as door prizes each day for participants. Then finally, we'll have some cool trophies for painting, as well as places 1st through 3rd from the main Swiss event. So if you haven't been able to attend a minis convention before and are interested, I can very biasedly say that NashCon is a fun one. If you want to learn more about it, I have a link to the Discord page down in the description where the rules packet can also be found. I do also have our monthly giveaway to perform as we are in a new month. With that said, congrats to Christopher Foster for winning April's giveaway. I will be reaching out shortly to get in touch with Tritex. If you want to enter for May's giveaway, all you need to do is be subscribed to the channel and leave a comment on a video that was released in that same month. The more videos you comment on, the more chances you have at winning. And speaking of Tritex, let's talk about the guild sponsors. If you are shopping for your mini stuff online anyways, consider using our sponsors to support an LGS that hosts game nights and a place to play for their local players. If you're in the UK, shop at Tritex and use the code TRITEXGGCP5 at checkout for an extra 5% off. And if you use that on a pre-order item like, well, Gwenpool and Squirrel Girl, that will save you an addition, or it combines with the already savings, and you're saving 25% off of MRSP. And I will mention that Tritex is also doing that same deal with Shatterpoint. So if you're interested in that as well, you can use the discount code there. If you're in the US, head to gamechefs.org and use the code GamersGuild, no spaces, to save an extra 15% off of their already discounted prices, which comes out to a really good bargain on your end. However, I will continue to say if you're shopping from your own LGS, just keep supporting them. We all understand and appreciate that. And with that, I want to say thanks to the members of the Guild Hall who are supporting the channel and podcast with your contributions. I don't think it is a far stretch to say that I would not still be doing this. There are just some days or weeks or whatever where the grind just kind of burns you out. But thank you guys for that constant support. And for those still watching, thank you for tuning in. And until next time, keep on gaming.